Hey, welcome to SKALD Crafts. I'm Lester. Nicholas is here for once. It's a great day, and we have some stuff lined up for you. Memes that no one understands, but also some crafting stuff that we made. And we have a real special guest. We have Wolfgang Ende from Nosferatu Tattoo today. Dude, I didn't even know that guy was that talented. I mean, I knew he was talented, but I didn't know that he could do all of the stuff that we're going to show you later on. So, Nicholas, hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Quite fine, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
How does it feel without the superhero costume that you usually wear, saving people's lives?
No, it feels fine. I'm in my first holiday since a half of a year, and yeah, it feels really relieving to finally have some time crafting, chatting, and yeah, improving our stuff and getting to know new people like Wolfgang that you mentioned. And yeah, we went quite to town the last few days and weeks on our costumes, and can finally show a bit of progress. And yeah, we've got the stuff right behind us here. Finished yesterday evening, and yeah, now we've got 2 new characters.
Can we start with you?
Yeah, of course we can.
All right, so Nicholas and I have been working on these Temerian blue stripes from the Witcher universe, and Thomas, the local dude that we live with, he's this crazy media genius / detective who has created some fantastic artwork of the costumes overnight, and some of which you'll see.
Yeah.
Some of which no one will ever see. Yeah. Are the audience seeing what we're talking about?
Yeah, they're seeing the slideshow here.
Okay, so this is actually me.
It'll show both of you.
Oh, okay.
And then, then we can jump into Nicholas's.
So yeah, finally we're done. Finally we're here.
Well, not completely done. I mean, this is just the start.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's a fine basis for improvement and modding.
Yeah, yeah. So here we have you.
Yeah.
You're coming up here. There's a lot of hand stitching. There's some engraved armor. Lots of leather.
The whole bunch of leather layering that I put on there. These are gambesons by Freihand. And I attached leather on there. It's upholstery leather, quite thin. I think it's about 1 to 1.5 millimeters. I improved the torso with the upholstery leather, a whole bunch of hand stitching on there. And I actually wear 2 gambesons in this picture, like Les does too. There's one bolero style gambeson on top, and one with the buckles and straps underneath.
If you're looking for the specific products, it's the Drachenstein Bolero and the Rabenfurt, which you shortened down.
Yep. So for my tiny stature, I cut about, I think it's one third of the gambeson that I cut, so that it doesn't overhang on the knees so much. And it's quite easy on the Freihand gambesons because all seams are lying on the inside. They are just overlocked and open, so you can make easy improvements on them, which is fantastic from a modding point of view. So yeah. So now you can see detailed pictures of my costume. Right there you can see the backpack, which is modified from Mytholon Leon, I think the bag is called. It's like a sling bag that you normally wear on your hip. I used it as a storm or assault backpack for our commando characters. I put a bedroll under there. It's an old surplus Polish army blanket that is oil impregnated. So
that's actually a secret tip for you guys out there. If you want to buy cheap leather pouches, cheap army gear that you can also use in medieval LARP, Polish and Swiss army gear is so cheap.
And basically it's lying in warehouses and collecting dust. So
what the quality is amazing. The quality is amazing.
Yeah, it's all field tested. It's all practical. Don't waste your money on really expensive stuff. Look for surplus gear, and you will really be excited about what you can find. Yeah, and like I said about the blankets, they are oiled, so you can use them as a tarp even if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all is fixed on our harnesses or straps that we've got over our chests. Leicester has one Czechoslovakian.
Oh no, it's
military
actually
thing.
Swiss as
It's
well.
oh, it's a Swiss. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a Swiss.
Oh, actually, no, wait, sorry, Austrian,
Austrian. Okay.
I think.
So-
Fuck,
but it's
I'm
also surplus.
confused.
It's
Yeah, no,
also
it's
surplus.
army surplus from closely around Germany.
And you can buy them on eBay, and you find them on quite cheap prices as well. And yeah, our backpacks are fixed to these. My backpack is fixed with points. Les' backpack is fixed with straps and D-rings on there.
Frog straps.
Frog straps. And yeah, so they are movable. They are modifiable in the way that you can take stuff off or put stuff on wherever you like and which situation you use and need them.
This is amazing. This is the first time I have a character that has a bag big enough to bring a baguette with him into battle, because I get snacky when I fight, and now I can finally bring all those bread rolls into battle.
Yeah, now you can see all the leather work that I did on the cowl for my character. So he's got a cowl sewn onto the upper bolero gambeson, a very large cowl that you can fit over your head and even wear a helmet under there. I think there will be photos later in the B-roll of my new Princess Leia Remembrance helmet. Yeah, there you could see it just for a moment. Yes, and you can fit a helmet under there, and it's quite cozy because it's a very soft linen fabric. Yeah, just
Maybe one
practical.
day when we get you back here, we can do the sword binding in a tutorial, because you showed me today how crazy that sword binding was. My goodness,
this one definitely.
it's very beautiful. It's practical. It's fantastic. There's that helmet again.
Yeah.
God damn it! So many beautiful imageries in my head. I mean, black and steel, Princess Leia. It ticks a lot of boxes.
And that's the thing about the helmet. It's something that's quite unique but easily to do and modify, because it's just a cap helmet, or Hirnhaube, as we call them in German, and just little rondels fixed on the side. So all in all, this helmet cost me 65 euros in buying costs from Zeughaus and Get Dressed for Battle. So it's a very cheap, unique helmet that's quite unique looking and makes for an amazing sight.
Zeughaus is a fantastic basis for modding. I mean, that stuff is so easy to fit to bodies. Usually great quality. It's fantastic. What I wanted to say is, I've forgotten actually.
But so now you can see the backpacks in detail that I produced. So Les and I have the same backpack. Like I said, they are modified from a Leon Mythalon bag, and I put the blankets under there. I think the blankets cost about 6 euros or something like that. So as surplus is, it's like dirt cheap. I engraved a few leather patches, one for Les and one for me.
Thanks, man.
And,
I forgot to say thank you. So
you're
here we go, officially on stream. Thank you, Nicholas, for making me that patch. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. But you did so much stuff for me, so that quite fits. Yeah, and engraving is quite simple to learn. Like I said in a few episodes back, I learned leather engraving by Les in about an afternoon, and this is where I'm now. I looked at a few podcasts or videos on YouTube, like Dark Horse Studios. Is a quite popular one that does medieval and Viking knotwork as leather engravings. Yeah, and these are the sheaths that I made over the last few weeks or few days. Like this one just was 1 day of work. This is a Freihand Rondelle Dagger. It's in, I think this one is 2.5mm wedge 10 leather. I added a brass strap on the mouth of the sheath and D-rings on the side to have multiple ways to fix the dagger to my gear. And sheath building is something that's also, I think it's quite easy to pick up but hard to master. So even though
I think you mastered it lately.
there are a few kinks and a few mistakes in there, but it's easily hideable because leather is a very forgiving material. So even though it looks pretty in a few places, when you see the back end of it, I think there's one photo of the back end in there. Where I just, like that. I completely messed up the scaling and the measuring, so I had to add a strip in the back. I mean, it adds to the whole aesthetic, but
You know what?
Yeah,
I thought that was a feature and not a bug.
but measure once, cut twice, as they say. So, by God's sake, measure twice. So yeah, sheaths were the thing that I did over the last week.
So what are these bits over here then?
So these are brass straps or brass profiles. They are way too thick for what I did with them. These are 1.5 millimeter brass strips, which I engraved, as you can see on there, with hand files, drilled a few holes in there, and was able to sew onto the mouths of the sheaths. But when you would do it the best way, I would say buy brass plates or brass sheets at around 1.7 to 1 millimeter, because 1.5 millimeter is way too thick. It just adds work, and more work is never fun. So,
but it's
go
pretty.
the easy way. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's really pretty.
Use the correct material. Use brass sheets for this. So maybe there will come a tutorial in the future where we talk about LARP weapons sheaths. Jesus, this word. So maybe we can show that in a future episode, because I would be really excited to do one of these on camera. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see here, what you made in the first place, the engraved armor, or in my case, the engraved jack chains.
Are you drunk, Nicholas?
No, I'm just...
then take a sip of beer, perhaps.
Alcohol free.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, these are engraved jack chains, quite easily to do. We used gun bluing on these and engraved it with a Dremel. Yeah, it's quite easy to do and doesn't really take a lot of time to pick up. It's like painting with a brush.
Yeah, there's a gun bluing tutorial coming up very soon.
Yeah.
We filmed that over the weekend. It's gonna be the best thing you've ever seen. It was amazing. Emma did a great job. I huffed way too many solvents. It was fantastic. But yeah, so tell us about the engraving. What? Because it's not really engraving, is it? What did we do? What did we do, Nicholas?
So it's just Dremel work with the engraving bit of a Dremel. We just scuffed the top layer of the gun bluing off. So you can see the contrast of the bare metal and the contrast of the glued metal. And you could easily do paintings on this if you would have a steady enough hand. I managed to do lines for my first engraving bit, but
I like them.
I think when you get a bit more experience in these, you can pick up amazing artistry skills and maybe even put paintings on there. I think the sky's the limit on this one.
Yeah, maybe at some point we will get into acid engraving.
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be nice, like electrolysis.
Yeah, get a car battery.
Don't throw them into the ocean.
Send them to Burgschneider Central in Frankfurt.
Okay.
Give us your car batteries.
So now we are onto the shields, like the collab that we did. Les painted these.
Yeah, I actually once did something. I did something for Nicholas. Everyone thinks that Nicholas is this sewing goblin that I have in my cellar that does everything for me, but sometimes I actually do stuff myself. These shields will be available soon. We did a photo shoot this weekend. They'll be up very soon. These are the small Freihandpavases. They're great to mod your own shield. Nicholas, talk about it. What have you done? Why did you do it? Why does it look so good? What happened?
These are fabric-covered foam shields that are coreless, so you could smack people with them and be totally LARP safe with it if you handle them properly. And they're essentially a mat of, I think it's about 2 centimeters of foam, covered in what is it called in here, like wood glue. It's like a wood glue finish on top of fabric. It's like a bit coarse linen fabric, and it's a perfect medium to paint on these. Like you can see on there, Les painted the whole paint scheme on them, and I did the leather trim work. Like you can see, they are very easily to wash, and you can see the black wash on there, the weathering that Les put on them, so it's amazingly easy to paint them. And the paint won't come off because it really, the linen fabric on there really sucks the paint in, so they stay like they are. If you put a little coat of clear coat on there in a matte finish, it's amazing. And this is the back side you can see right now. This is just scuffed with a dry brush with a
With a sponge. With a sponge here.
With a sponge.
Pronounce the G. Bonga.
Sponge. And you can see the leather straps in the back there. We finished them with
Yeah,
leather.
so the shield actually comes with the main 2 straps. We bought some add-ons for it. We bought the
D-ring part and
the
the
D-ring
sling.
part and the sling so that you can throw it over your back. We experimented with that. It's a horribly unfair shield. We stole the idea of the leather going around the shield from none other than Leona Rolle, who was on this show.
Which shield you can see on Instagram by searching for Lyra McMahon, and she also has her shield on there, which is inspired by a Gwent card, I think, that she saw the artwork for, and managed to paint the pervasor up for this exact artwork, and it turned out amazing. And she used the leather trim, but in our case we used faux trim, or faux leather.
So this is an interesting story. I was going home, and I was, I don't know, I was just going home, and I saw this couch lying around, and I thought to myself, what's a good-looking couch like you doing out here? It's a cold evening. So I went back in, and I was like, yo, Tom, there's a couch lying outside. Let's go skin that motherfucker. So we got the couch, we brought it in, and we skinned the couch, and we had shit tons of leather. I mean, buying all that leather new, and it looked real. I mean, it was fake leather, but it looked real. Buying that leather would have cost us 100, 200 euros. We just skinned that couch that someone was throwing away. I hope someone was trying to throw that away. Otherwise, we did something really, really, really bad. And
someone was throwing it away.
Yeah,
make sure that people are piling up trash and not just moving stuff.
It was in the middle of the night. Okay, this doesn't make it sound any better. But anyway, we skinned the couch, and then we had enough leather. We still have tons of leather left. Tom's going to use most of it for his wildling project. I have some left for my shield, because we only managed to do 1 shield. But yeah, skin couches, people. I mean, people in the 90s did it for LARP. It's still cool. Skin couches, free leather.
Yeah, so the thing is that whenever you pick something like this up, make sure it's clean, make sure there are no stains on there, make sure you are comfortable working with this. So just wash over it with like a light soap mix. Yeah, just make sure it's clean.
We didn't do that. Our leather stank, and it still stinks. Shall we talk about smells?
No, please.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Bonga. Bonga is a really smelly fish. I've been eating it all day. He's really annoyed. I wish you guys at home could smell what we're smelling over here. It smells like dried bonga fillet. If you want to get good at crafting, eat bonga. It's full of protein.
Okay, but can we come back to the shield?
Oh,
please?
sorry, yeah. Okay, back to the shield.
So
will we talk about dried fish later again?
Yes.
Okay.
So the thing is with the leather trim that you can do on there, make sure you glue the edges first so that you have nice rounded edges. And you can sew with an awl, and I used a cotton thread, like cotton kitchen thread, right through the fabric and through the foam, so it's very easy to do, and it gives the whole shield another aesthetic and makes it more sturdy.
Talking about cotton thread, kitchen cotton thread.
Yeah.
I use that stuff from Leia House, which is really, really pretty. Costs 6 euros.
Yeah, we have the braided thread.
Yeah.
The saddlery thread.
Yeah, so I buy that for 6 euros. Really expensive, and I get 1/5 of the length that you get. Like yours costs €1.
Yeah, I buy kitchen thread in like the dollar store. It's cotton kitchen thread. 500 meters on a roll, and it costs €1. So why just pick it up, double it.
You can see it all over the whole costume. Nicholas did. It's very visible. It helps make the costume pop. Give it that Witcher look where you have those highly visible threads. €1, guys. Who would say no to that?
Yeah, it's an amazing way to start the whole DIY thing or the crafting thing, because like Les said, it's amazingly cheap. And it doesn't hurt when you have to throw a bit away when you mix up the sewing or something. So like adding decorative stitches is like the first thing you can do to improve
that beautiful helmet.
Yeah, so as we talked about the helmet, this is the bespoken Princess Leia Remembrance helmet. I think it's called a plate helmet or Tellerhelm. Or Ohrenhelm, ear helmet, I think, whatever it is called. There's a certain artwork from The Witcher 3 which uses these exact helmets. Most of the city guards wear them. It's a quite unique design. So I also bought these, yeah, like I said, from Get Dressed for Battle and Zeughaus, gun-blued it, let it rust a bit, and sprayed fast-drying acrylic clear coat over them. Then I stained the leather parts and, yeah, called it a day. Just, yeah, adding a few details to your armor, like engraving, like painting, like gun-bluing the things, adds a whole new level of detail on there.
And
So
it's
that's a
really
very
easy.
easy,
It's
easy
cheap
and
as
cheap.
well.
Yeah, so it's an easy and cheap way. If you've got a group of people like your LARP group that buys one bottle of gun blue, 1 liter costs about 40 euros. So if you split this between the group, it's not much money that everyone has to pay. So it's an amazing way to add depth and details to your garb.
You'll also see it in the tutorial. We had a €7 bottle from eBay, and we used pretty much none of it to do the leg guards. Yeah, gun blowing, easy, a little bit toxic. Don't get it in the groundwater.
Yep.
Try to keep it in a cup and have it dry out. Don't
Read the
wash it down the drain.
instructions. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Wear
Teamwork.
goggles.
Yeah.
Wear a silly hat, whatever.
Wear a silly hat. Very important.
Okay, so yeah, now you can see the finished photo of this. I'm very proud of this design. I'm very proud of
I'm
this
very proud of
character
you.
development. Thank you very much.
No
I'm also
worries.
very proud of you. So maybe we can switch the thing here. Tell me
Nah.
about your costume.
I'd say let's call it done. Call it a break. Maybe we have like a shout out that we'll do to Twitch Prime, because we are actually on Twitch, by the way. For people who don't know what you're watching right now, you're on Twitch. Twitch is a great platform. We make tons of money here on Twitch. If you want to help us become even more rich, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to Twitch Prime, and you can give one of your favorite artists or Twitchers a subscription every month, and it's free for you. And Amazon, because Amazon owns Twitch, then gives the specific designated artist some monies through the Twitch Prime abonnement. And yeah, if you would do that for us, it'd be great. We like money. If you would give us money, that'd be fantastic.
But if you want to support any small streamer, that's also fine.
Yeah, but support us. Okay, I guess we're done. We're getting we're being told
weird
to
looks from
shut
the
up.
regie right
yeah,
now.
it's been real. We're supposed to take a break, so we will take a break. And if you have the time and the patience and Amazon Prime, give us some money. We'd like that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for watching so far. Yeah, I think we go into the short break and see you guys in a few moments.
See you in a few minutes. Hey,
Hi.
welcome back to SKALD Crafts with Nicholas Jekyll.
And Lester Lewandowski.
Yeah, that's our names. We remembered those. And we were talking about Temerian Blue Stripes. We did Nicholas. We're going to try and do me quicker. Phrasing. Yeah, there's pictures by Thomas or Bjol. And this is me, the tall gangly dude. And I didn't finish everything. I didn't finish all the engraving on my bits, and the straps aren't long enough, and the hood is massive. Like, that sounds like an Ali G reference, but the hood is too big. I have to shorten that a little bit, put some strips on it.
What I really enjoy on this is the leather work and the leather engraving that you did, because these are a few things that I've never seen on your costumes before, like the checkered leather engraving that you did. So these are the boots that you made, right?
Yeah, so I want to talk about these boots real quickly. I don't want to talk too much about me, because I get lost. Boots. So why these boots are cool is I bought these really cheap off eBay. They're riding boots. They should have been way more expensive, but they weren't because they were used. They smell okay, which is also something due to us talking about smells a lot today. These boots smell good. What we did was, to make them not look too much like modern day boots, is we whacked some sort of leather plaque on top, which we then fastened with points and with some straps. Thank you, Nicholas, for mentioning the straps for me. That was a really good idea. And now you barely see the zipper. They're okay now, and I hit them with a bunch of acrylics, some varnishes. They look nice now, and they're comfortable. Yeah, I feel pretty in these. So again, shout out to all you peoples in LARP. Buy good shoes that you feel comfortable in.
Yeah, shoes save your life.
Yeah, they don't have to be too historic. They can just be pretty and out game. If you put something like this on top, some leather, they'll look fine. Just have good shoes, because you're at the event for 4 days. You're gonna walk around. It's gonna be hot. You're gonna be sweaty. And
if you think a blister is bad, yeah, try a wrecked ankle. It's no.
Yeah, we did that together at Blue Tats 3, right? We both wrecked our left ankle. That's actually how I went to my job interview. I came here with a black eye, and I couldn't walk. I had one of your stabilization socks on, and I got hired. So thanks, Nicholas. Yeah. Okay. This is the finished shield. We slapped some blood on it, some acrylics to darken the stinky leather.
And with the weathering, you will never see that this is faux leather or pleather.
No way. Pleather is a great
word. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think that should be everything about me. There's some stuff I still need to do. You learned that I like shoes, and pleather looks good with acrylics on it. Yeah. If we could, let's have Wolfgang pop up. That'd be fantastic. Slight warning to you guys out there: every guest from now on will be called Wolfgang. We only know people called Wolfgang. That's the problem.
Just let me do the joke once, please.
Yeah. Okay, wait. You could do the joke when people can see Wolfgang's reaction.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Okay.
Okay, do the joke quickly.
So they are all called the Wolfgang. Nice. Thank you.
it hurt more the second time around.
So, hey, hi Wolfgang. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Hi there. Yeah. Thank you for telling me that's gonna be in English. Yeah, great joke. Never heard that before. Never. 30 years of missing a chance. Thank you. By the way, what's that toast going to be like? I don't get it.
Our boss's favorite TV show is Toast of London, and we couldn't think of a meme today, so we had Toast of Toshima instead of Ghost of Toshima, and then Stephen Toast's face on top. And if anyone got that joke, I would be surprised. So, but hey, good jokes have to be explained. So we explained it. It must have been a good joke.
I spoiled it for you. Sorry.
So, but I can see a whole bunch of stuff in the background with you. So, what do you do in LARP?
Yeah, which happens to just appear there magically. So I haven't prepared or something. Yeah. So in LARP, where do I start? There's everything from actually where you started with the Witcher, with the blue stripes I really liked.
Thanks, man.
I'm looking forward to meet. So lovely. Yeah, and there are a few faces of orcs you can see in the background here, but actually none of that faces is mine. So I've got my girlfriend over there, which you can clearly tell because that's so feminine. And,
Can you hold it up to the camera a little closer, maybe?
I can.
So, but as far as I know, you make all of these masks yourself, right?
Ah, sweet.
Right. I do.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Where do you do Orc LARP? Drachenfest, Conquest, Epic?
Mostly on the Epic, which I till now like the most. But I have to tell that the Drachenfest Orc Lager is really, really, really great right now. So it's all fun, I guess. I never visited one of the Conquests, so I can't tell about that. But the rest is really awesome.
Well, we would love to have you at Conquest whenever you have the time. But then again, doing all 3 events, it's a bit much, isn't it?
I could take the time.
So, as you said, you could take the time. What do you do for a living?
I'm a tattooist, and right now I'm on vacation since 4 months, so I guess I could.
Ah, okay.
I was going to ask, did you do those tattoos yourself?
I'm sorry?
I was going to make a stupid joke about asking if you did those tattoos yourself.
Actually, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
That one, right beneath the chin.
So we can see a great cover up over here.
Like there's a huge bear on his forearm.
And
yeah.
you've tattooed over. I'm not great at reading. I guess it says Jamal.
I think it's Jens. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah.
Man, what a fantastic job you did there, recoloring that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which picture you're right.
Like the demonette.
It's a sort of demonette lady man. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I've got a lady right next to me, so yeah, I did the arm of my girlfriend. So.
Ah, cool.
Sweet.
Nice.
Then we have a mask. I think could this be Degenesis?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just that. It's a shorter. I don't know how to translate it.
Like a scrapper.
Junker
scrapper.
Yeah. Oh man, that's cool. How do you make that?
That actually is made out of some plastic, which I got around here, like this
cool.
hammer. Just kind of like the orc masks, a little difference. I could in another video explain how that's working. They're pretty tough.
Oh man, and so is it like Warbler, which melts in summer, or?
Yeah, no, it's I tried Warbler actually with the SKALD, for example. Which molds away on some edges. This one is just some, you could call it resin, you know.
Okay.
Like,
I see.
You could pour it in a mold and then it just hardens and it stays that hard.
Nice.
Man, that looks fantastic. Yeah, when we get around to making orcs, we gotta get this guy.
Oh yeah.
Get this guy on the crew.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but your masks are so detailed. So, in the first place, you make a clay form for them and pour latex over them, or what's the process?
I think I actually put some pictures in of a lot of clay faces I did, and the faces that came out in the end. So I tried to prepare something for today, but I just didn't finish it. For the start, we just need a head on the model to get that face in the end, and the rest is just latex, wobbly, and hair.
So where do you get the hair from? Like, I mean, I went to some funky stores to get hair way back when for some of my costumes. Where do you get your hair? That's a question no one's ever asked.
Yeah, that was a little. So this, for example, is horse tail.
Okay.
I actually get that one from the customer that wanted that mask made. For myself, till now, I used my hair, which used to be a lot longer.
Oh, okay. Do you have to care for the hair on your masks the same way that you care for your normal hair, which you have on your head? Like, do you have to wash it or shampoo it?
Nah, I don't think so. I never have, so I don't think anyone has to, because usually if it gets dirty, it looks more awkward, and it's on the outside of the mask, so you don't have to care for any hygienic reasons or something, because on the inside you normally are wearing a ski mask or something, which you can change every day, so you stay healthy and kinda clean.
So a question that a lot of people have, or a lot of people say this about orcs, like, oh, it must be so easy for you. You don't have to do makeup because you're wearing an orc mask, or you don't need to wear a helmet. It doesn't hurt you when you get hit in the head with an orc mask. What does it feel like to wear an orc mask? I mean, let's talk about the myth. Is it okay? Is it okay to hit people in the head who wear an orc mask? Is it? Do you have to do makeup when you wear an orc mask? Tell us something about it.
Yeah, you have to. You have to wear makeup, at least on the eyes, on the lips, maybe on the nose, depending on where the nostrils are. For example, with this one, you've got the nostrils pretty high up your own nose, because the nose of the person I just made the mold of is around here, I guess.
Okay.
And so this little part you can see through should be black. So at least the lips and the eyes have to be black, and I tend to lose a lot of the makeup during the day because you're sweating it off and stuff. And it's just another tip for everyone who wants to play an orc. It's better to use some makeup that's water-based or something, not like Bundeswehr makeup.
Like the fat cream makeup
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I got that in the eye once, and it was a lovely day, which we have had a really, really nice day fighting every camp on the Epic Empires. But my eyes...
You couldn't see shit.
Nothing. I was just dying there right on the spot. I couldn't see my own body. I couldn't see nothing until here. And yeah, I made the day through, so just don't do that shit. And for the rest of wearing that mask, if it's done right, it's quite not that uncomfortable, because I'm ashamed to tell it comfortable. That would be a lie, I think. But on the other hand, if you wear it, it's getting hot. It's getting hot a lot.
Yeah, because you can see in the picture right here, you have the mouth closed, which means your only way of breathing is through your nose, right?
No, not actually. Mostly I am breathing through the mouth. So mostly I'm just doing like this and breathing slowly.
Okay.
And through the nose, it's possible, depending on the mask that's made. There are a lot of really awesome mask makers out there, like Julian or Zego, I think.
Zego makes fantastic stuff. It would be so cool if we could have Zego on this show.
That would be amazing, yeah.
I know him around the 3 corners. I could ask, because he's doing some awesome troll stuff.
Yeah, cool. He does the jungle troll, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. We lost contact a few years ago, but I still got him in the context, I think.
So, but as we can see on this picture, this is a 2-part mold, like a slush cast of latex in there.
It's the mask with the large crown-like fixture that's white in the picture.
Yeah, I tried to finish something before we start talking to each other, but it did not get finished. Yeah, it's a 2-cast mold. I tried a lot of things like silicone or plaster, and plaster quite hits it. It's the best for making the cast out of the latex, because normally it's hard to dry it if it's in silicone, because you cannot breathe. So it takes a lot of time, which I tried out on a few masks, like for example this guy over here. That took a lot of time. My pretty small home smelled a lot like cat piss for over 2 weeks because the latex dried.
So, question from me over here, because I've never made a mold in my life. Maybe one day. So you say you make a mold. Making a mold, we heard from Bega last time, it's not easy. It takes a lot of time. Do you reproduce masks, or are they you make one mask and you throw the mold away? What do you do?
You could reproduce. Actually, I tried with the mask I made now for my girlfriend right here. There will be one mask having hair, and there will be one mask being shaved, like with the little, I don't know, like the shaved hair, like little leftovers there.
Yeah, like stubble.
You can do it as often as you like, if the form survives, if the mold survives the casting process, but normally it should. So you you could just reproduce them as often as you want to, but normally I'm just doing them once.
Okay.
And then I do another one.
Yeah. And question again. So you say you make masks for other people. Is that like, do you just do that, for fun, or do you sell them? Because if you do, how do people contact you? If someone wants to have a mask of yours, what do they have to do?
Mostly I'm doing that for fun. I started it with just doing it by myself with the cheapest way you can start it, with latex, a lot of tissue like this stuff, and just modeling on your plaster hat or something. And it's a horrible experience, which is just not moving at all, and it's hard to bear. And then you start doing something that's just all around out of latex, moves a little with your face, with your mimic, and some people started to ask like, hey, where did you get it? And when I told them I did it myself, they wanted one too. Which reminds me of the first time I was on Epic Empires and I had to cut my mask in half because of that thing I had with the eyes, because I couldn't see, like you heard before, and I was just wearing this part of the mask. And on the upper part, I was wearing my glasses, because I'm actually wearing contacts all the time, not only in LARP. And I wanted to join the final battle, so I just put on that part of the mask and my glasses and some hood over my eyes so you couldn't see them, which resulted in first all people that were just walking by me asking like, "What are you doing?" Because some of them paid good money for their masks or had a hard time getting the mask, and I was just like, I'm doing another, I don't care. and the second part was just being in the final battle, being pushed down on my back, and and of course the hood has to fly away, and the poor sword had to see someone wearing his glasses, a half-off orc mask, and looking like this. Awesome experience.
But we've seen so many faces of you, so many different masks that you produced. What are your inspirations for this? Are there particular kind of movies or books that you like to read on getting that orc design?
It's a harder pick than you thought. Actually, I started like everybody else with the awesome design Vita Workshop did on Lord of the Rings. I guess everybody starts with that, because that trilogy just hit it. It's awesome. Everything is perfect. If there are silicone molds or if they're latex molds, and you can tell if you watch it closely. And everything else, there are a lot of things in literature you can just pick. And I think I put some pictures in of the sketches I did. There's a lot coming right out of the mind where you're just thinking about I don't know, how would I do it if I was an orc? I mean, I tattooed my hands black. And there's things like scarifications, which you can see on some of the orcs. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, here. Like her. And so I'm just letting my mind loose on what would be the most extreme you can think of. And I mean, covering your whole head in scars, pretty extreme. I think it would fit an orc.
Yeah. So here's a provocative question, seeing as you liked the orc designs from Weta Workshop and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Big fan of The Hobbit?
I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I don't think so, because I think most of the orc players are having a hard time with answering that question without being impolite. I learned to like that.
I like you more now. I like you even more now.
But as you said,
it's too much digital effects. You can't tell really, because most of them look like they are twins or clones. And in the original trilogy, it was a little more difference between them.
In one of the pictures, we have this terribly burnt prop. I hope it's a prop because it looks real. Can you tell us something about Crispy Joe?
Oh yeah, Crispy Joe is a nice name for Knussbakarl. I like that. Actually, right now he should be somewhere in the Epic Empire's stash of stuff for the orc camp. I made him actually out of the cousin of Warbler, which his name I forgot, because it's
like Cobra Cast art.
Yeah, thank you. And because I just got because just right now I could do that. I have to compliment you on your name. Warfrog is just awesome.
Thank you.
You know, somebody has to say. So yeah, this this stuff, Cobra Cast. Thank you again. Was what I used to make that little Crispy Joe guy, which is a whole skeleton just made out of that stuff, some latex and tissue. You could just easily tear it apart. You can move it around. You can easily put it in your car, in the back of the car. Open that when you're right on the autobahn and you make a little break driving, and then you have to think about
You have to
something
do a
when
whole
people
lot
are
of
staring
explaining to
like
the
you're
cops, yeah. But it's really nice about these thermoplasts that you can get into really difficult shapes and get your forms right, because this looks quite anatomically correct. So you could go the cheap way or the cheap cut and buy an anatomy skeleton, but as you said, you made this yourself and it looks amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about this today. We have some mannequins that we need to throw away in the back, and I was saying, why don't we just cover them with black bin bags and set it on fire? Because that will also look horrific, but is not very artistic. But I'm decorating my new flat, and I thought that would be a good idea.
When you got some mannequins left over, I once did a throne, which bag was a female corpse, I have to admit, which was just a mannequin with latex on and some tissue, like I told before, and a lot of layers of latex. Later, it had 4 stitched to it arms, another head which was on a pike and stuff, and blah blah blah. I did not put that into the pictures I just sent to you because I don't think that would be
horrific.
adequate.
Yeah, no, that may be too harder content. Even though this is an 18+ stream, that sounds disgusting. Sorry, I just broke your dagger.
Nice, thank you.
Good work.
I'm sorry. We craft things here, but we also break them. I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
As you mentioned your sketches before, is there some kind of aesthetic that you really enjoy, like this cookie cutter evil aesthetic that you made? Because I also saw like Warhammer inspired artworks by you.
A little, maybe. Yeah, there are a lot. I've got a book full of that stuff, and I'm into that hobby for 20 years, like pen and paper for also over 20 years, and there are some pictures in there referring to that, and I think that hooked me up. And a friend of mine who was also playing Warhammer and hooked me up to that, also hooked me up to LARP, and never ever till this day has been on one.
So Wolfgang, I don't know how old you are, and I don't know if you want to tell us that, but if you've been doing this for 20 years, what age did you get into pen and paper and Warhammer? That's crazy. 20 years, wow.
Yeah, and I'm looking a lot younger, I know. Yeah, no, it's I'm 30 right now since December, so I'm not sure if my passport is just way ahead of me or if I'm just late, but yeah, I'm 30 right now, and I started around 10, 11, something like that, with all the fancy stuff that hooked me really up, and it was just a great time for that because 99 was an awesome year. Star Wars Episode 1, Matrix, and then 2001, I think it was Lord of the Rings, and so I just been on the wave. And Warhammer just was like this little models you could paint, which are in the back actually, I think, and I don't want to show right now, I guess, because that would be hardly some advertising issue, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing that a long time ago, but I would say I started with LARP around 10 years ago.
I mean, this route is the route that most people go. Like coming from a fable for fantasy, going into pen and paper, have the need to experience the role playing yourself, and coming to LARP. Then it's like the story of our hobby.
Is that a picture of Harlequin?
What picture?
There's a picture of you that you just painted, and there's a goblin being shouted at, and there seems to be Harlequin in the background. Harlequin bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is Harlequin. Actually, that's a drawing I did for LARP site.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was asked to do that by the people of the Stimme des Herolds on Drachenfest. Maybe somebody know them like Voice of the Herald. I don't know if there's an English name.
It's like, I think it's just Stimme des Herolds in general, and
yeah,
you're lucky if there's an English article in there.
Yeah, I think so. And there was this big thing on Facebook, like the battle rap that was going on there.
Oh yeah, the Groll challenge.
Yeah,
No.
the Groll
Was it
challenge.
Yeah, the Groll challenge. Yeah, they started the battle rap thing.
I thought it was Redania that started the battle rap challenge.
I think they branded it under their hashtag in the end.
But yeah, I actually have to admit, there are, of course, there's no resemblance between living or dead people that is I wanted to achieve. So there are some people that might maybe look like them. You can guess what they are, but I don't want to tell you in case they sue me. Yeah, so that was for the LARP side, yeah, and actually for the Stimme des Herolds, which I really love. I love that in-time paper.
That's funny, because that's how we actually met. You were doing some artworks for a local drug dealer. Wait, no. For a local in-game drug dealer.
Yeah, of course.
I was getting on very well with, who was selling in-game... No, this sounds... I'm actually telling the truth, but it sounds so bad, especially with me living in Frankfurt. But yeah, no, you did a ton of art at Drachenfest when I met you, and that's sort of why you're here, because you really impressed me. So it's cool that you still do that for all the little newspapers in our little bubble.
Actually, that's not the best, the worst example, because when we met, I was actually wearing some really basic stuff you can get everywhere online, which are, as you told before, and as everybody knows, I hope, are some great basics to work with, to just add something, some more details, like the Wolfrock did. God, I love that name. And yeah, I'm sorry, I do. Yeah, and I was wearing some really basic stuff, and you were contacting me, and I was really flattered because I liked your costume, and you just referred to it as being kind of basic too. So yeah, I think it's about how you play, how you're received, and I love that. It was a short time, but we stayed in contact till then, and it's 2 years past till now.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll meet up at LARP again, but until then it's Discord and Zoom calls and a mutual appreciation for each other's art. I mean, I thought you played a Witcher character actually. That's because I was getting onto that whole Witcher thing back then without ever playing a Witcher character, which is weird the more I think back on it. But that's kind of what I thought you were doing, but you did something completely different instead. What was that character?
I can't remember. You're totally right, because I guess you've been on Redanian.
No, I also didn't play a Witcher character. I played some street hobo, but you had this character with this great gambeson and a shoulder knife, and your girlfriend also had a fantastic costume, and then there was that odd drug dealer with the guitar. It was a fantastic evening. It was so weird.
About that drug dealer, I think there is a picture somewhere in there that's called Azrael, and that's him. I put it into the pictures.
I think it's one of the first ones.
I thought of maybe he would be involved.
Yeah, no. So Kevin is actually not a drug dealer, but a fantastic musician. He performs and still does, right?
I mean, this guy doesn't even smoke or something. Yeah, so he's not a drug dealer, but yeah, he's a musician who translated everything he learned for LARP or in LARP, like playing the guitar and singing out loud in front of people, for out-town reasons. So he's just right now playing guitar and singing to people in a band, Feuervögel, for all the German people that are watching. On taverns, on markets and stuff like that, and he started it on Drachenfest, and he had a lot of fun with it, and I think a lot of booze for free.
That picture was from 2018, right? That we're seeing right now. That was when I met you guys, right?
Oh yeah, there's a picture. My beautiful girlfriend showed me the picture. Yeah, that is on the left. It's the bard that forgot his original clothes, so I had to lend him something. Shame on you, dude. My girlfriend and me in my basic stuff like you. Yeah, we did wrong both on that Drachenfest, but we had a beautiful time, I think.
Yeah, man, that was a good year. Wasn't that Schlamageddon 2018?
Yeah,
Nicholas?
2018, 2017, I think. 17, 16, like
17, yeah.
Maybe
the
people
year-
in the chat can tell us
yeah,
when
the
it
year
was.
where it rained cats and dogs and everything just floated away. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, there was so much glorious mud.
Yeah, it's like the
mud.
merchandise thing after this. I survived Schlamageddon and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
And it's true. And I've been there too, and that was an awesome time. It was fun. I haven't pushed as many cars out of the mud
Yeah.
till then.
I saw you
as I
with your
did-
bare hands. You were lifting cars. It was crazy.
one
Yeah, but it
minivan
was
in the
beautiful.
one and one SUV in the other.
All right.
It was cold, it was wet, it was awful, but I loved it.
So, Wolfgang, do you have some closing words for us? We're nearing the end of the show. It's been definitely real. We've had masks, we've had tattoos, we've had Schlamageddon, we've had bongerfish, we've had Nicholas. What a
had
great
Lester.
day it's been. Wolfgang, some closing words, and then we'll end this bad boy.
I would hope to just do that again because it was a lot of fun. Thank you for inviting me, and it's been great talking to you both and to hear from you before we started, so I could get a little calm down.
But Wolfgang, is there any media outlet where people could admire your work, where you show off the things that you do?
I've got Facebook and Instagram, which I post stuff on Nosferatu on Instagram, or Wolfgang Ende, as you called me on Facebook, which is not my real surname, but I was just done.
Sorry.
I just wasn't done with just answering Facebook's questions and stuff like that. As you said, I'm not posting anything a lot. I'm just lazy in that, I think. But there are a lot of great LARPs out there, so keep looking out for them. Just ask them if they want to join you here, because if they're a little too shy to join you here on SKALD, just ask them again, because I myself don't know why I'm here, but I love being here. I'm thankful for you crediting stuff I made and did and modeled and stuff. And just get on here. It's so comfortable. Get it. Thank you.
No, I mean, it's been fantastic. I think the chat probably, we can't see the chat right now, but I believe what the chat is saying, because I can see it in front of my eyes right now. I'm clairvoyancing over here. The chat is saying, Wolfgang, post more stuff on social media. We want to see it. Don't be so selfish. Don't keep it to yourself. Show the world what you're making. Please, please, please. Because I didn't even know before you came on the show that you made masks. I didn't even know that. So
why did you ask me that in the first place, dude? I was just
because I saw your drawings and I saw the tattoos and I saw your first costume. I didn't even know what else you did. That was amazing. So yeah, I hope people follow your call to action. Don't be shy. Come on this show. Show people what you're doing and motivate people in Corona times to make stuff. Because if you want to do something and you're bored of Netflix, and just start making stuff.
Yeah, there's an amazing community behind it that supports you in every way, and don't be shy to ask questions. We're all nice and friendly over there, even if we have ugly faces. One, wear them as a mask, and two guys, just have them.
Thanks, Wolfgang. Thanks to your lovely girlfriend for letting you come on this late at night, and thank you, Nicholas, for being here.
Thank you, Lester, for having me.
myself for I don't know, nothing, I guess. And thanks for watching, peoples. And see you again sometime, maybe. We may be back. Bye.
Have a nice evening.
Cheers.